The first thing that stands out is the fact that the teacher went from 0 to 60 in a heartbeat. Now, obviously, in the video, it starts at least partially into the incident, so it doesn't. There could be more. There could have been. I'd like to hope that there's more than just the teacher immediately going to yelling. Typically in these situations, you've got some please stop talking, you're in timeout or whatever, and shield and do what you need to continue to do your work. And then it elevates into the yelling. Of course, in this video, it doesn't appear that way, but that's the way videos are. They can be edited and they can be changed for perspective. The teacher started to argue with Ethan, and that's a no-win situation. You can't. Most of the time, you can't argue with them, and doing so just fuels the fire. He should have said, something like what I did in the video, where Ethan, you need to calm down. Let me talk, and we can discuss what you're upset about, but do so at a level that's more appropriate for the classroom. Then the teacher turns to Jason and calls him an idiot. One of the first things he does, which of course he shouldn't have done that. He should have turned to Jason and said, the way you insulted, the way you commented on whatever Ethan had said is inappropriate. You just sometimes it's best to keep your comments to yourself. When he yelled at the rest of the class, he shouldn't have. He should have done something more along the lines of, "Hey, you guys need to be working on your regular work. If you have any questions, hold them to the end," something like that, instead of essentially turning on the other kids when they're just reacting to what's going on over there. It made it more difficult for him to control the situation that he was dealing with at the time. This is a case where having a teaching assistant in the room is a big hand, because they can step over and they can take care of everybody else and try to get those kids back on task while you're dealing with the situation between Ethan and Jason. He did not de-escalate in any way, shape, or form. In fact, he escalated it by yelling at the other students and by calling Jason an idiot, and by continuing to engage and argue with Ethan. More than likely, if he would have just talked in a calm manner, he probably could have brought down Ethan's elevation somewhat. That was one thing with my autistic student, is if you started talking loud, even if you weren't being aggressive, it would elevate him and get him wound up. So just talking in a calmer manner probably would have calmed the situation down considerably.